Hey dreamers, I'm Bryce from Midnight Notion, songwriter, musician, a fan of Metallica, but I have no idea what my favorite song is. Could it be Frayed Ends of Sanity? Let's find out using math. Cue the intro.
So give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! The Frayed Ends of Sanity, track number 7 out of 9 from And Justice for All. We're almost done with the record, and if you've ever wondered to yourself whether or not a metal band could make a song based solely off of the singing guards from The Wizard of Oz, this song will be your answer. Whether or not it's good, we'll find out using the following criteria. We have lyrics, instrumentation, composition, memorability, and emotional response. Each category is a scale of 0 to 4 with a grand total possible points of 20. We'll see at the end if it gets enough points to make it to the top 10. And of course, before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button because Midnight Notion is here every day reviewing these Metallica songs until I get through all of them. And if I get to 1,000 subscribers, maybe I'll review other music as well, but also original music from me and cover songs also. So, you know, do the subscribe. All right, let's listen to the song. Again, another big hit intro. I love this. You know, it wouldn't be so bad if they weren't doing the oh-wee-oh, yo. You know, if it was just the instruments, we'd be none the wiser. I mean, maybe some people would figure it out, but it's actually a cool beat, you know, bum, bum, bum. And I love that the snare and cymbal hits, boom, ta, ta, ta. It's kind of a swing beat, really. It's kind of got that it's not like just straight offbeats. It's not boom, ga, boom, ga, boom, ga, ga. It's got a swing to it. So it's a cool beat. And then I like how he's not just going and. He's sometimes putting that third one in and. It's kind of neat. There's some cool drum fills. Boom, 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 boom. It's a really beefy intro to a song. And if I didn't have the context of The Wizard of Oz in my head, I would be totally fine with it. But because all I can think of is those, are they green or blue? Those guys with the, they've got like the British Guard hat things, and it's like really super furry though, and they got pointy noses and the pointy sticks, and that's all I can think of when I hear this song. So I'm sorry, that knocks it down a lot of points just out of social context. Knowing that movie ruins this intro for me. Now we change up the rhythm. That's a cool suck-in sound. Really bass heavy. It's not a reverse cymbal. It sounded like, again, some sort of a speaker effect. It sounded like whooshy. Maybe it was like wind or something reversed, but something, it was a backwards something, but it was really bass heavy. Love the stop though. The halftime feel of that riff is kind of ruin it for me as well. I wonder what it'd be like if it was and I think they probably do that later in the song, but already I'm like, okay, I was listening to The Wizard of Oz, and now we're just kind of we're just really going hard on that riff. We're gonna sell that for the whole song. I like those stops though. Da-da, da-da, add a second one in. We stopped just once the first time through. Da-da, da-da, and then the second time. Da-da, da-da, just adding that extra beat. That's cool. There we go. Back to the riff again. Oh, yo. Was that a struggle within? We're going to hear that line again in the next record. Oddly enough, it's also going to be paired with a song from a musical. So, do you know which one? Do you know which musical the next one's stolen from? Because I think it's funny. It's not terrible, but it's just funny. Hey, don't get me wrong. I love playing like Disney songs and pop music, and you could check out my cover of Spice Girls' Say You'll Be There. My band has covered Aladdin live. We've done a lot of stuff like that. So don't get me wrong. There's a lot of really cool musical elements happening in those genres. So don't knock it till you try it, metalheads. I know there's a lot of metalheads out there. Oh, metal's the only music, and oh, these they're not metal enough. Just expand your horizons, brother. Expand your horizons, sisters. Expand your horizons, everybody out there. Come on, don't just stick to one genre. Expand. Those double kicks. We have a grocery list of items here. Is it schizophrenia or dementia? Because those are two separate categories of mental disorders. I'm just saying, pick one, you know? Maybe they just wanted to list a bunch of them, but I guess I don't know everything. I'm not a psychologist, but I'm pretty sure dementia and schizophrenia, two separate things. One is a break from reality. One is just a degrading of the mind. Just saying. Oh. That riff is kind of meh. That was another one of those Frankenstein moments where they had a riff and they just threw it into a song. I don't know that for sure. I don't know how they wrote the song, of course. But I'm just saying that they're taking riffs from a lot of different places and they're kind of listening to them later and they're seeing what works well together. And it feels to me like that riff didn't fit the rest of the song. And it felt like it was added in, and then now we're doing a different riff, and it just didn't feel like it fit to me. I don't know. It sounded like there might have been an off tempo or a different, a different rhythm, a different time signature in there, but I didn't count it. So we'll see if we can hit it next time we get there. Oh, this is a long song. I appreciate that. Ba, 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 ba. It's 2/4 measure. I appreciate how it's lyrics and then the main riff. Lyrics, the main riff. We're really hitting that main riff hard. Oh, yo, yo. But it's different. It's obviously shorter. Oh, yo. It's probably like, maybe it's faster. It's not shorter, it's faster. Do, yo, yo. I'll sing it with the next riff. Oh, yo, yo. Oh, yo.
Trust, question, wonder.
Yo.
Waves of fear, they pull me under.
Yo. Yo. I want to count this. I'm going to go back. As much as I don't like this song, I just need to.
Waves of fear, they pull me under.
Yeah, there's something weird going on here. I'm getting lost. The count is off. There might be an 8 in there. I was counting down, and then I found myself on the snare, and I don't know, something's off there, and I don't know, maybe the frayed ends of sanity are calling me. Who knows?
Sing it, frayed ends of sanity. Hear them calling.
That's an interesting thing, that fill there. I'm interested because the cymbal hits don't start on the first. Hear them calling me. You'd think it'd be hear them calling me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. But he's only doing the cymbal mutes on 2, 3, 4. Hear them calling me. And I guess 5, which would be one of the next measure. But it's interesting to me that he's not psh, 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 psh. It's still the previous fill. So, of sanity, hear them calling. When he's saying hear them calling, is. So I don't know. It's just an interesting lineup. You naturally would think that you'd go to that cymbal on the 1. I don't know. As a drummer, I'm intrigued by that choice. Is it a good choice? Is it a bad choice? I can't really say that I feel strongly either way. It's just different than normal. That's what makes Lars who he is. That makes him a standout drummer, in my opinion, because no one else plays it like that. Good or bad, you decide. I like this build. Are we on the 1s? Did it shift? I sometimes get lost in the music. I stop counting for a while. I'm thinking about something else and I get off. Was it on the 1s and then it shifted to the 3s or to the 2 and 4? I'm going back just a little bit. One more time. That ta was on 4 and. No, it was 3 and, wasn't it? It was 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. And now we're on the kick. That is interesting. I like that. We're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Or I guess you would count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, snare, 3, 4. And then now he's on kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. And because kick is 1 and snare is 2, it feels like the same pattern, boom, cha, versus cha, boom, boom. It feels different, or it feels the same, but it's off by 1 beat. And I think that's a really cool thing. I'm not saying that this makes the song. It's just an interesting thing that you do as a drummer to change things up, and I like it here. I think that brings something new and fresh to the song. I was kind of bored of the riff, and so we have this nice new build here, a nice little change up. We're going straight now. Climb, steadily going up. Yeah. Oh, I was hoping for it to pay off. It climb. It's something really spectacular at the top with the guitar. But that was a real letdown. There's a little drum fill, but little whatever. And now we're just to this. We're just riding on a horseback now. Think they harmonized this? There's the solo. I would have skipped that last riff and gone straight to the solo after that build. and then done that there, because it felt like it was building to it, and then it just let us down. It's just we'll add this other part. It's a cool riff, fine. Not in this song, not in this place. Put it somewhere else. It just doesn't feel like it fits here. Does that make sense? It doesn't. Overall composition doesn't feel like that part fit with this song. But I guess at this point, there's been a lot of parts that don't feel like they fit. So maybe that's just par for the course on this one. This sounds like a very Kill 'Em All riff. That was one of my favorite riffs of the whole song. That was cool. There was some interesting stuff going on during that solo, and I think it was a lot to take in, because I noticed there was a solo going on, and then the drums started doing that backwards pattern thing where he'd do the snare on the 1, kick on the 2, and then snare on the 3 and 4, and then back to kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. And so that pattern was kind of he was playing a little goofy. The rhythm guitar was going all over the place. It didn't really seem like it had a repetitive pattern to it. It seemed like it was kind of moving somewhere new throughout the whole course of it. You know what, I was going to say I'd have to go back to verify, but at this point, I really don't want to go backwards in the song. I'm kind of, it's another one of those. Oh, yeah. Nothing stays. Nothing seems to stay long enough. Oh boy. Again, that transition didn't do it. It just kind of like, we're playing, and then it just doesn't feel like the same song. This part is more swingy. That part was more straight. This isn't a very good Frankenstein's monster. All right. I'm sorry. The bar is high. I like the gang vocals. That part's really cool. Myself is after. Ah. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Straight riff. Yeah. Oh. Oh, cymbal. Here we go. Yeah. Interesting. I did not foresee the end of the song being my favorite part of the song, but it's not because we're at the end. It's because that actually picked up the song way more than the rest of the song did. We had what, 7 minutes and 44 seconds of wishing for the end, and then that last 30 seconds was probably the best part of the whole song. Where was that in the rest of it? If they were going that fast, like that straight drums beat, that was more thrashy than the whole rest of the other song, the whole rest of the song. And that's really freaking disappointing because they're a thrash metal band. They're peaking, right? They're one album away from becoming a household name. And this song just needed an energy, and it just kept slow. And then they finally pull out that crash cymbal and they start going to town. The two, like that main riff with the straight drums, and then my favorite riff from the bridge part, that actually made for the best part of the song. And man, it just would have been nice to get there sooner. I think you guys know where this is going, so let's get straight to those points. Whoosh. Lyrics. What is this song about? It is possibly about dementia, possibly about schizophrenia, possibly about depression. I don't think they read the whole DSM, what would have been in 88, DSM-3, DSM-4, whatever they were at the time. I don't think they were studying mental disorders in their entirety, so there may have been some mix-ups, but the idea here is that the person, the singer, the point of view of the song is someone who is going mad, conspiracies, everybody's after me, this stuff is pulling me under. It's the devastation of the world weighing on someone's shoulders that they can't control because it's just a mental disorder and that's beyond their control. I don't know. It's good. It's telling a story. I like that concept. It's not conversational. You know that I like that sort of stuff. But to me, the lyrics just don't speak the same way that they should. I think up to this point, we're on their fourth record. They've said a lot of things so far. They've had 30 plus. What are we at now? We're at 33 songs, and up until this point, they've said a lot of interesting things. This is not really one of them. I think it's a solid attempt, but it doesn't really do it for me. There's a lot of points in there where it's just, we're just listing words. I think that what's interesting to me is I wonder what the song would be like without the use of I, right? Saying I am the subject. What if we just put it as a blanket, like, let me pull it up. We'll start with the first verse. Never hunger, never prosper. I have fallen prey to failure. I wonder what would have been, what this song would be like if they were to say, never hunger, never prosper, always fallen prey to failure. Right? Instead of all the I's, just replace it with a different set of words. So it's like the idea is that it sounds like an I, but it could be a you, it could be a them, it could be an us, right? I think by opening that up, that would have made it a little bit more interesting to me. Not that it degrades just because he says I and me in the song. That's not the problem here. The problem is that the words just don't, I don't know, something is off to me. When I look at the lyrics on their own, something just isn't sitting. And so for that, I got to give them negative points. This one lyrically gets a 1. Instrumentation. I don't know. They played fine. Their instruments are playing well. There's some cool drum fills. There's some really cool guitar licks. Once again, nobody can hear the bass. But I think that I keep talking about instrumentation as how they play well together as well. And I think that I don't know which way to go on the song. I can't go up. I can't go down because they're playing fine. They're just not good. And when I think of Metallica instrumentalism and what makes them a favorite band of mine, this song doesn't stand out for me. But I also can't say that this song features some of their worst playing either. So because I don't know which way to go instrumentally, this one gets a safe 2. Composition. You heard it here while it was going. I did not want to listen to the song. I got tired of it very, very early on, and it was 7 minutes and 44 seconds of dread up to the last like 30 seconds of the song. Had the whole song felt like the ending did, I would have been much more happy with it. There was a couple of off measures, off beats or different time signatures, which I usually like, but it just didn't feel right in the song. It felt very Frankenstein. It felt like I could hear them assembling different riffs into a song and just going, I don't know, let's put this one here. The solo didn't feel earned. It felt like we earned it, but then we dropped it and then we came back to it. There was a couple of effects, but it didn't really, it doesn't shine the way the rest of their catalog shines. So unfortunately, compositionally, this one, that's a big 0. Memorability. I hate to say it, but as bad as the whole song is, they did something right. They did that main riff over and over and over again so many times that I cannot get oh, yo. I can't get that out of my head. And Frayed Ends of Sanity, Hear Them Calling Me, for as many words as that is, it does stick. It does stick with me. So when you're talking about the psychology of remembering things, they did a pretty good job. There's a lot of really forgettable riffs in this song. I don't remember much of the lyrics, but as far as memorability, there is a hook that is sitting. It is an earworm. As much as I dislike doing this, memorability, this one gets a 3. Emotional response. I can't say enough about how much I wanted the song to end early. I guess there was a little bias coming into the song, but I hope you could feel it too, because it builds and then it stops and it just doesn't feel like it ever gets going again. It kind of just drags a little bit, and then there's a weird transition, and then, oh, that's a cool part. It's weird again. It's okay. And it just kind of feels down, and I want to give them points for that ending, but because it took 7.5 minutes to get there, I can't give him my happiness on this song. This one really just didn't feel good to me. So unfortunately, emotional response. This one is also a 0. And so the Frayed Ends of Sanity gets a whopping total of 6 points, which is not nearly enough to get to the top 10. I believe this puts it in number 29 out of 33. So real close to the bottom of the pile, but not quite as bad as, what was it? The bottom one is Eye of the Beholder. So not quite enough to get down there, but And Justice for All isn't looking super great in the points department. Let's take a look at that top 10 one more time. We got one at the top, so don't worry. There is some good songs on this record. Orion is on the chopping block. Been holding its own for quite a while. Sanitarium in the middle. We don't have any songs from Kill 'Em All on here anymore, but we got plenty of mixed in from the other 3 records. And we're coming up close on the Black Album, which is sure to crack some of these numbers as well. So now it's your turn. Put in the comments below, using my scale, what score would you give this song? And make sure that you check out Midnight Notion anywhere you get your music. I have original songs on Spotify, iTunes, all over the internet, and YouTube as well. And of course, we do cover songs as well every once in a while. So give me a suggestion for a cover song you'd like us to cover, and we'll do that. And of course, hit that subscribe button so you can come here tomorrow as we talk about To Live Is to Let Die, the instrumental. Will it crack the top 10? I don't know. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.